Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Aya, and today we are going to be diving into one of my favorite topics. You guessed it, we are going to be talking about gifts. Now, the holiday season is already upon us, and it's time to buy those, late Christmas gifts for our loved ones, or, maybe your friend, your partner, or even yourself. I remember before I even created this YouTube channel, those were my favorite type of videos to watch around the holidays. I would just, gather inspiration and make lists and lists of things that I want from, other creators out here. So today I just wanted to, return the favor and, tell you about some interesting things you could buy for, someone you love or for yourself. So let's dive into this. As number one, we're going to start off with storage. Now, as a filmmaker, I'm telling you, I never have enough storage. By the way, I just ordered an 18 terabyte G drive, and I'm kind of afraid this isn't going to last a long time. But if you know a filmmaker, I'm sure that they're facing the same issue. So we can kind of divide the storage option in, two different categories, which are internal and external. I want to focus on the internal first because when you go on set or, you're prepping for a shoot, you definitely need to have a great array of SD cards, CFast cards, and, internal storage for your camera, just to make sure that you can, successfully pull the shoot off and basically have enough, capacity and storage so that you can record those long interviews or, those YouTube talking heads. For me personally, the most premium brand out there that offers storage solution is Angelbird, and conveniently enough, they reached out to me, and I was really excited when I got this email. And no, this video is not sponsored or whatever, no one is paying me to say anything to you, but they did send me a couple of products to test, and I couldn't be happier because I'm buying them anyways, and I actually recently bought a couple of CFast cards for my red Komodo, I think they were 1 terabyte each, so having more storage, yes please. Anyways, I really do think that this is the most premium brand out there for, storage solutions, just because their products are really high-end, they're very reliable, and the materials that they use in order to craft them are actually worth it. Now, I personally have the 256 gigabytes V90 SD card, which offers up to 300 megabytes per second read and write speed, and I do use that for my C200, especially when I'm recording those long YouTube videos because, that fills up fast. For my red Komodo, I have the 512GB Pro CFast card, which offers up to 560 megabytes per second read and write speeds. And beside this one, I also have a couple which are 1 terabyte each. And if you're shooting a RAW on the Komodo, you know what I'm talking about. You definitely want a reliable card for that, because if you're shooting on the Komodo, I'm sure that those projects involve higher end budgets, and having an issue with the media that you're recording is definitely a no-go. So definitely check Angelbird out. They also did send me a media tank to store all of those CFast cards, and also an SD card and a CFast reader. So yeah, I'm really excited to continue working with their products. Now, as number two, every filmmaker out there also needs an external storage, whether that be for backing up some footage on set or for directly editing off of them, because they offer really, high read and write speeds. So I personally have an array of those. I have the SanDisk ones, but to be honest, my favorites so far have been the Samsung T7s, just because they offer a bit higher of a speed compared to the rest of them. But I'm definitely, eager to test the Glyph versions or the ones that Angelbird offers. So I think you're not going to go wrong with any of those. But yeah, I think this is the perfect gift for every content creator out there. Since we're getting a bit more techie, as number three, I want to talk about another gear thing, because, well, I'm maybe a gear fanatic. Yeah, I for sure am. So this is going to be the Tilta Nucleus N2, and this is a wireless photo focus system, and basically this is this little wireless knob that lets you control your lens and camera from a distance. Now, you can either mount that directly to the camera rig, or it can be used from a focus puller on set to, wirelessly pull focus. So I definitely do think that this is an incredible piece of tech to have in your arsenal or to gift anyone. So yeah, definitely consider this. Your filmmaker friend is going to be very happy. Moving on, let's dive into some audio gear. I really think that the Rode Video Micro is a great Christmas stocking for, someone that is maybe just diving into content creation, because you can use this microphone to plug into your camera and, just record better audio. It's not the best microphone out there, but it's definitely better than the in-camera audio. So I really think this might be a great gift for someone who is just tapping into, maybe YouTube or creating some online content and they want to, sound better. Another piece of audio gear for maybe the more intermediate kind of filmmakers out there is an audio interface by Focusrite. Now, I personally own the 2i2, I think it's called, and basically right now I have also plugged this microphone, which is the Shure SM7DB, through the audio interface, which is going into my computer, and I'm recording on Adobe Audition. If I was to, plug this XLR microphone into my camera, the Canon C200, the preamps are, so bad that there was going to be, so much noise. So I do have to record that audio externally. So for someone, who is maybe doing YouTube videos or podcasts really, this is going to be a crucial piece of gear. I definitely want to actually test the Rode Podcaster Duo, I think it's called, which is another piece of interface where, you can adjust all of the knobs basically prior to recording the audio on your computer, so you don't have to really mess with post anyways. And you can also record that audio internally, so you don't have to connect it to a computer. So yeah, audio interface, great purchase. And last piece of audio tech is basically AirPods. I can't believe that it was actually this summer that I bought my first Apple AirPods. I got the Generation 3 just because, the Pros don't really fit in my small, tiny ears. But anyways, those have been, a great addition, and I use them regularly. I have my iPad and I put on my AirPods every time I'm on a call, with a client or with my team. And, basically you can, you listen to podcasts, take calls, whatever. So I also think that this is a perfect Christmas stocking for, anyone really. But yeah, even for a filmmaker and a content creator, those are amazing additions. Okay, last piece of gear that we are going to be talking about, or almost last, is a portable light. Now, I can't tell you how many times when filming you just need to have an extra light, and those little lights can really pack a punch. Now, I actually don't have the original one from Aperture. A friend of mine, actually Mark Bone, gifted me this one, which is like some kind of knockoff, but it's basically the same, does the same thing as the Aperture one. So I'm going to link, all of them in the video description. I sometimes use them, as a little backlight in interview situations, or, when we're out at Blue Hour just shooting some scenes, maybe the talent needs a bit more of a light cast on their face or whatever. So, this is just a great thing to have in your backpack, in your pocket. And yeah, conveniently enough, it also makes a great stocking. Okay, moving on to some photography related gifts. I have the Canon Zoe printer. And this has honestly been my favorite gifts to give myself and also give others, because it's a great memory maker. Basically, this is a mini printer that you take with you maybe when you travel or maybe when you're out with your friends and family, and you can connect your phone wirelessly to it, and it's going to print out the photo that you select. And especially when I'm traveling with friends and I want to make those memories last, it is great to have some physical form of a photograph that you can just gift to someone or maybe put in your journal. It's really special, I think, to just see that photo of you and your friends just laying around your house and be like, oh, just thinking about all of those memories together. So yeah, I think this is really one of the best gifts ever. Another thing for the memory makers out there can be a point and shoot camera. Now, I personally have the Nikon AF600. Yes, please don't judge me. I'm not a Nikon fangirl, but this camera is really great. It's the tiniest, smallest thing ever. And I know that there is this hype around the Olympus Muse and all of those tiny cameras, but they're so expensive, and this one is like still this hidden gem, and basically it does the same things, and it also has a panorama option, so you can basically take a photo and use more of the film strip, and it makes it a panorama, and I think this is kind of special, so I often carry that one with me. Okay, and moving to the last two ideas that I have on my list for you. Number one being a journal. Now, oh my god, I do love carrying around a small pocket-sized journal, a notepad with me. I'm personally a fan of the Moleskine Cahier journals, and I just order, a bunch of those, and I later put in my own logo on them, just, to make them branded. Yeah, I basically use them while on the go to write any kind of ideas that I have or client notes. So yeah, I think this is like a great idea for a gift for any kind of artist or creative, because I feel like our minds are constantly bursting with ideas that you just need an output to write them down and kind of be able to be more present and in the moment. And lastly, I want to tell you about a couple of books that I love. And I definitely think that if the person that you're searching a gift for right now is, into books, those are just going to be a great addition to their bookshelf, and maybe something that they read during the Christmas holidays. So as number one, this is currently, my personal favorite. It's called The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And I really think that every creator out there or artist should basically read this book, because it's truly amazing, speaks directly to the soul and the heart of a creative person. So definitely consider this one. It's also a great looking hardcover book that you can also put on your coffee table. Now, if you're more into business related topics, I recommend Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. I'm sure you've heard at least one episode from his podcast. It's a really great book that I also received as a gift for myself. And another one would be I'll Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Another, amazing book about money and money management. And an extra one for me would be Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, for all of the adventure-loving people out there. This is just, it's an incredible book that's going to keep you motivated for months after you read it. So yeah, I really think that this kind of concludes today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this holiday gift buying guide special edition. And yeah, it was definitely fun to make. I wish you genuinely the most incredible time during the holidays, and I'll see you back on January when I'm going to be posting one video each week, every Monday. And I've prepared some amazing things for you, so stay tuned. Definitely, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It really helps me grow. And yeah, I'm excited to see you on the other side. Peace.